Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. Myself Dr. Kajal Rai and today we are going to discuss about decision tree. A decision tree is a supervised algorithm in machine learning and as the name suggests it is a tree. It is a binary tree with having maximum of two children. Binary as the name suggests. Binary means 0, 1. So it has maximum of two children. Okay. So the target values or the leaves we can call which defines are the target values. It is the class in which your data set, which value data set goes to which class. Okay, we will understand it when we are doing the practical also. So if suppose you have a fever, so maximum we have doing some if else loop. Yes, if you have a temperature more than 100 degree, yes, you have a fever. If not, then you don't have a fever. In this way, we take the decisions, right? So in Python, we have to import certain libraries to make the decision tree. First, I am importing some libraries. For importing libraries, we have to use the import function. Import function is there to import any package. And from which package we are doing, which library? Matplotlib is used for plotting the graphs. We can also plot decision tree. That is why I am importing it. You can also import it like this only. Okay. This is the code for importing Matplotlib library, and here also I am making a alias name PLT because I will use PLT instead of pyplot. Pyplot is a package in Python in the Matplotlib library. Similarly, certain more libraries, sklearn library also I am importing, and in that library I can import full library also, but I want some only specific things. That is why I return it 3 times and importing different types of packages in that. For example, first I am importing the dataset package which we use in our experimentation. There are different types of datasets available, so you can use any one of them. Next, I am importing decision tree classifier package in which we can use this function. In this, we have certain functions which we can use to make our decision tree in Python. Although Python is very simple, if you know the packages and the functions which we are going to use. So in this way, you can import like this. Then we have to prepare the data set. After importing, after writing on this code, you have to make this click run in this code. Okay, you have to run this code and a number comes, that means that code, particular block of code has successfully run. Next, I am preparing the data, I am loading the data set and the data set name is iris. So I am importing iris data sets from the data set package. So this function, this function is used, load underscore iris function is used. So iris dataset will be loaded. And as in iris dataset, we have two types of things. X and Y, I categorize that because this is the data which I want and the target value in which class it will go. For example, I had already told yes, you have a fever, no, you don't have a fever, though there are two classes. So I am making this type of thing. Although we can do multi-class classification also using decision tree, that we are going to do in this example. Okay, so the target contains all the different types of classes which we are going to classify, on which the data set is going to classify, right? So iris is the data set of flowers, right? So there are different types of flowers. In which category it will go, that will be decided by the target, which number of classes you have. So in this also you have to first run this code. Okay, it is successfully run because the number is come. Now I am going to use the decision tree classifier function to make the decision tree. CLF, I am using it CLF. CLF is my model of decision tree. You can name it anytime. You can name any. It is just a variable XY, just like XY. You can make it any name with D tree or tree, whatever you like. Okay, but don't use the keywords of Python. Okay, so decision tree classifier is the function we are using and this is taken as the random state. State can be anything, you can put any number in that. I have just put 1 2 3 4 5, you can put anyway. And then I'm making the model of decision tree, because fit function is used to make that model on the data of x and y. Okay, x and y. The complete data set is Iris. I divided this data set into the columns, into the particular features, attributes we can say, and the target one. So x and y is thus that. Just run that, and the model has created, decision tree has created. It is very, very simple. Now you want to see what the table has, what the decision tree has created. For text representation, you have to use tree.export underscore text function, and this is the name of your decision tree. You have already made it here. Okay, here you had already made it. And print function is used to print this type of text. So just run it using the run function, or you can press the shift plus enter from your keyboard also. So in this way, this decision tree is built. I can show it to you. This is the text representation of your decision tree. For example, feature number 2 have values to less than or equal to 2.5, then it is in class 0. If it has value greater than 2.45, then other rules have to be followed. And in this way, the classes are different. 0, 1, 2, there are 3 classes basically. So this can be done, and there are number of features of that data set also. Now you want to plot this thing, you are not understanding the text representation. So you can use the matplotlib library to plot the figure, as we have already taken, and we have also PLT name, alias's name has also had been given earlier in the earlier code. So use that plt.figure, and this is the size of the maximum figure. Okay, 25 by 20. Okay, not more than that. You can escape this also if you want. It is not a necessary compulsory code, but if the decision goes and goes and goes on, then this is the maximum limit. Ke up to that level only the decision tree will be built, otherwise not. Now this is also a tree.plot tree function, and here the tree name you have to give, decision tree name, then the features. And what are the features? Iris has their features, different features or attributes we can say, we can use it. Iris dot feature name, and class names are the target names. 0, 1, 2, 3 is not we going to look. We have the different target names, and filled equals to true. This you have to give. Now you can see we have a this type of decision tree. First, the petal length, which is the feature number 2, which we have already seen the text is less than equal to 2.45. Then different Gini indexes there for decision tree. There are Gini index, G index, and entropy, and many more things. So in this way they are giving. This is the sample, 150 samples are taking total, and the value divided into this. And then the class is setosa if it is less than 2.45. Now if it is, again we have to distinguish it. If it is not greater less than equal to 2.45, then again the classification will be there, not on the length attribute but on the width attribute also. And then different classes there, which is versicolor if it is value less than 1.75 width value. If this is the case, then it will be class versicolor, and it will goes to this direction on the left hand side. If it is not there, then it will again check something else, because length is not less than 2.45, but width is greater than. Length is also greater than 2.45, width is also greater than 1.75, then again it will check the length, whether the length is less than 4.85 or not, and so on. The classes will be distinguished. In this way the thing will be classified. The number of your data set, whatever samples it has been, that can be classified. Now if you want to save this file, save this figure, just use save fig function and give the path where you want to save this figure in double inverted commas, and just run this file, run this cell, and you will have your file stored on this drive, E drive, and in the datasets file. I can show it to you. This is my E drive, this is the dataset folder, and this is the decision tree file. Now you can see we have the same figure, you can use it anywhere. So this is the same simple example of decision tree. We can do more examples later on. This is the simple classification process, but we will do regression and many more things. Thank you very much.